Hey, welcome to the fourth episode of UVC Chronicles by UVC Graduates Association. I am Srinidhi. Once a great man said that the success of any institution can be measured by the contribution of alumni to our national life. As you all know that UVC was started more than 100 years ago and the rest is history. Today, we have Mr. L. Ravi from the batch of 1976. A warm welcome to you, sir. We are glad to have you here with us today. In fact, we are desperate to hear from you. So, sir, can you give us a brief introduction about yourself? And also, we would like you to tell us about your career. And while you were at Karnataka Power Transmission Corporation Limited, that is KPTCL, what were your roles and responsibilities?
Thank you, Srinidhi. As you said, I was graduated in the year 1976, electrical from UVC. I joined the then Karnataka Electricity Board in the year 1977 after my graduation as a junior engineer electrical and posted at Munirabad. I completed 37 and a half years of service. During my period, I was promoted as assistant engineer in 78 and I was promoted as assistant executive engineer. I was promoted as executive engineer. Then I was promoted as superintendent engineer, bar general manager, BESCOM. I have worked in various capacities and in construction of transmission line, worked in receiving station, procurement, material management, first diesel plant, and I was on deputation to electrical inspector, government of Karnataka. I have worked in the field of underground cables, operation and maintenance, and planning, meter testing, technical audit, quality control, corporate affairs, and my last assignment was working as general manager, distribution automation and smart grid. During my career, I have constructed a lot of transmission lines and distribution lines, overhead lines, and 66 kV bar 33 kV lines, transmission lines, later on 220 kV, 400 kV, UG cables, from 11 kV to 110 to 200 kV cables. Cables were laid in KPTCL. And also, I have worked in energy audit and distribution automation. And I have presented nearly 10 papers for international, national and state seminars. And during my experience, we had, especially in the meter testing division, to improve the revenue from 725 lakhs to 1.75 crores. And during my working in cables, which was challenging for me, I have I had designed a cable protection cover and also introduced cable testing, cable testing procedures and fault analysis, which was the first of its kind in distribution side in Karnataka electricity sector. During very first 220 kV cables were introduced during my regime. I was in the core committee of preparing the specification, identifying the vendors and what are the requirements and what was the procedures to lay the cables. This was a very challenging job which we could do it and introduce first 220 kV cables between NRS to A station, which was a challenging job for us, and taking permission and laying a first 220 cable, which was gave me a lot of experience in doing so. Then the other part of it was the distribution automation. See, during those days, we did not know what is the distribution automation and how the faults could be reduced and the power could be restored. During our days, there was no such system. Only the field officer had to go and find out where exactly the fault was. But after distribution automation was introduced in 2010, now in Bangalore city, we have started operating a distribution automation system. The fault will be located and on the screen in the control center, we can see the distribution fault where it has occurred, and we immediately restore because there is an alternate power supply. Automatically only the area where it is affected, that area only will be affected, the entire area will not be affected for that. And once we locate, the gang will go directly rectify fault. This was a most challenging job for me in KPTCL.
Thank you, sir. That was really insightful and inspiring too. Uh, if we compare to the 1970s and now, there has been vast technological advancements now. So, what are some of the major changes that you see, and what were the challenges and achievements during your work at BESCOM?
Exactly. See, example, when 220 cables were laid, we designed the route of survey taking the cable. One, it was so much hurdles, and the corridor was a big problem. Example, I said, when we are laying the 220 cable from A station to NRS, we had to have a lot of hurdles, and right of way was very difficult. Once near that Rajaji Nagar, that is near that Sujata Theatre, we actually made a cable bridge, which was impossible. We had the first time we had a different consultants. We did, and we designed that route. By doing so, we have saved 2.5 crores to the organization. This was my biggest challenge when working in cables. And fault analysis, as I mentioned earlier. See, fault was coming and we used to go and attend the faults. Why the faults are occurring? What is the reason for faults? And how best we can rectify the fault, and the time taken to rectify the fault and restoring the fault, restoring the power supply was the biggest hurdle during old days. All these things now we have overcome, and we are make the fault analysis. Wherever the cable is necessary, we have changed the cables. Higher capacity cables are used, and best quality of cable joints and skilled workers we have been identified, so that faults doesn't occur as it was occurring our days and nowadays. And also during our olden days, there is no cable system. Most of the transmission and distribution lines were overhead, and this earth fault and faults used to come. We don't know where the entire area was dark, so that those things are all not there. And presently the entire Bangalore system, we are doing underground cables, so that the fault level has come down and losses has come down, and public are happy. We are going able to restore the power as early as possible now as compared to olden days. And the new technology, the fault locators, etc., we know the exact where the fault has occurred. So this has been helping us, and also lot of innovation things have also happened, like that what we brought in distribution automation system, so that we did not go to the field. We can sit in our place and locate where the fault is, and also there will be double source of supply from two stations. So one feeder on the 11 kV fails, the other feeder identifying the isolating the complete of the particular area on the transformer, and power will be restored on the both the sides, only identifying the faults. This has become a biggest challenge and improvement which has been taken place in BESCOM, which I was able to do in my last part of my career of my service.
So, 2.5 crore rupees is definitely not a small amount, and we're extremely grateful for your contribution and service. Uh, Sir, as you said, you have served in various capacities at the KPTCL Engineers Association. Please mention a few thoughts about this. And now that you are the Vice President of UVC Graduates Association, how would you like the UVC Graduates Association take this path?
During my days, the promotions were very bleak. I got my first promotion at the my 20th year of my service. So what was the necessity? So I joined as first in 1886. I joined in the association as a treasurer. I was elected. Then we started how best we can issue the HR issues was the biggest issue. How we can get the career planning for all our engineers, where we can give our best to the organization, and by doing so, by serving for so many years in the association, right from 1986 to 2018, as advisor, I was the secretary, I was the general secretary, I also occupied president, I was also the director by virtue of my director, I was also the director on the all the boards of KPTCL and ESCOMs. What I can tell you is one thing, We did not have a building of our own. We got a site during my regime in 1999, and we constructed a beautiful building at Anandra Circle. It is a model for the entire Karnataka, entire India. No other association has got a building having a 600 capacity hall, and we have a 25 rooms. We have a conference hall. We have got an office, and we have got a mini meeting hall, etc. This could be done because we conducted a show, a Rajkumar night, and we collected the money from our friends and all the public, and we could make a building. So this will be definitely help for UVC Graduate Association to put this experience and build a beautiful building for our graduate engineers, engineers of alumni, so that we can conduct lot of training programs, we can conduct seminars, and bring in new technology for our young engineers who are going to be engineers. This will definitely help to have a building of our own, and bringing all best lecturers and to give a seminar or conduct lectures on the practical part of it, so that today our young engineers they should not go out with theory, they should be well versed with practical knowledge also. This will help to have a building of our own. This is what I had planned when we started in 2010, when UVC Foundation Day was celebrated. The motive was, when I was in service, I suggested to have a very big building and improve the technology and the new technology to the youngsters of UVC.
Sir, we are extremely thankful for your contribution. It is really true that a college stands not only because of the bricks and cement, but because of the contribution of the alumni to the nation and the world. Sir, how do you describe your life at UVC? Can you share some of your golden memories in UVC?
Were in our college. I used to remember our late principal, Mr. B.K. Ramaya. I don't know, we could not come out of the classrooms. When our lab used to start at 7:30 to 10:30. Suppose we finish at by 9:30 or 9:15. When we are near the corridor, the principal used to call us and fire us to go to the library and study. And our teachers were also called. Why did you let down these people so early? Let them have to go and study. So this experience, especially G. Parmeshwarappa, the late, our HOD, and Channa Reddy, Mr. Shivashankar, Mr. Keshumurthy, Mr. Mallikarjun Reddy, and P.N. Reddy, they were all very good lecturers for us, which I cannot forget my days and my friends and my college tour. We visited the Joke Falls, then BRC, and our North India tour and South India tour during those days. It's a wonderful experience, and my memory, I just can't forget my friends and having fun in the college, and our lecturers, and even our college day was celebrated in such a nice way, so that it's still in my memory. We all used to come and attend our function, go to movies, and spend our time. It's a wonderful days, my college days, which I don't think so I can get, and my memory will go ahead till my death. That the beautiful memories of my college days of engineering, which I cherish with a lovely memory.
Sir, it's really great to see people from the good old days like you remember some of the great teachers in your life who made an impact. It has always been inspiring for the youngsters like us to see you looking back with pride. And I really hope that our generation, that is the millennials, will remember some of our great teachers the same way you do. Sir, what is your advice for the younger audience of UEC, especially the young students and graduates?
In India, number one in Karnataka, number one in Bangalore. For that, what is that we have to do? Only thing is, I request all our young engineers to work hard, bring in new technology, study well, bring laurels to the college. There is beauty, there is success will be there only when you work hard, and glory will fall. And love your college, love your studies, you will enjoy. Even in my service, I used to give lectures. I used to tell my students, they have to love their work. If you love, you will enjoy. If you don't love, you cannot enjoy. So please love. How you love your parents, you love your college, you love your studies. Definitely, there's a big chance all of you can grow. You can become a great scientist or great engineer like Sir M. Visheshwaraya. This is my sincere advice that you have to work hard. Bring UVC as number one in India. This is what my advice to youngsters.
If you love what you do, you can enjoy. If you don't love, you cannot enjoy. What a wonderful piece of advice. Thank you so much, sir. In every episode of UVC Chronicles, there is a new story, there are new things to learn, and there are new advices that will definitely make an impact in our lives. I once again thank you so much, sir. It was a great pleasure to have you here with us today. I thank all the audience out there, and that's it for today's episode. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thank you.